T-Rex YouTube channel. It's been a little while. So this is the start of a brand new series, so life's been a bit busy. Motivation for any form of real training was through the floor, so I made good use of appearing on my Armcast with Tim and Andy and signed myself up for the Stratford half. So what I'm basically going to be doing is a training vlog. So I've basically got 10 weeks to get myself fit and into some sort of shape. So I'll be bringing the camera along wherever I can. I'm going to keep it as real as I can. Yeah, and just see how I get on, really. Yeah, you know what it's like. So I'm sort of late 30s, 2 children, work full time, so it's free time to do stuff. Has been at a premium, and obviously been out in February, but you throw Christmas and birthdays into the mix and all that kind of stuff. It's yeah, that is way more important than me feeling a little bit fitter. So I have been doing bits, trying to get out for a run here and there. Did some strength training last week, which damn near ruined my quads and hamstrings for a few days, so I will be trying to do that. So the idea being, each week, for those of you that have followed along on the March to Manchester series or my 2 attempts at Project Sub 50, it will follow a similar format, which just be outlining what I'm doing within a particular week. One thing I will do is I'm going to try and evidence a bit more of the strength and crucially the mobility work I'm going to try and do. My movement is relatively feast or famine, because I'm either sat on my backside, either driving or at work, sat on the sofa with the wife and kids, or I'm out for a run. So it's very one thing or another. So yeah, that's the plan. Try and highlight what I'm going to try and do for a bit of just general wellness and make sure my body's working as close to the way it should be, sort of biomechanics wise, and we'll see how we go. I say all this now, it might not happen. So yeah, because hell, I'm not used to running with a GoPro, I'm well out of breath. Or I could be just really unfit, one of the two. So yeah, run on week 1. I'm just out for 4 miles easy, or as easy as I can. And you know, it's after work. I finished work, made the kids some dinner, and I'm at the house and it's still daylight. So spring is on the way. Six Nations has started. For any fellow rugby fans out there, normally a sign of hopefully warmer, better weather, and lighter nights are on their way. And yeah, I am wearing a waterproof. Well, I say waterproof. This cost me about 10 quid 15 years ago. It's about as waterproof as the Titanic, I think. But I don't want to like alarm anybody. But it's not raining. Mum's word, yeah, don't tell anyone. Because yeah, it's a bit of a rarity. Because the weather for the last, oh god, 2 and a bit, 3 months, has been wetter than Jamie Oliver's chin. It's been ridiculous. I think we're on 39 straight days of rain at some point. So big day tomorrow, see if we can level it up with the Bible and yeah, go from there. So yeah, 4 miles easy. I don't know whether I'll film again during this run, but yeah, that'll be outlining what I'm planning on doing, and if I've got anything particularly interesting to say, I might start recording again. So, but yeah, hopefully you can join me. Hopefully you find it relatively interesting, or if you're on a similar stage of your life to me and also training, hello, then by all means follow along, drop me a comment down. Try not to get run over, Dave. Be good for the content, generally not very good for half marathon training. So yeah, let us know. Are you running as well? Have you got any other races planned? Then yeah, drop me a comment, let us know how your training's going. Well, we're still relatively close to the start of the year. If you got any running goals for this year, any milestones, what have you got planned? Right, time for a bit more plodding. Right, it's been a little while. Time for Dave's dad joke before it does go dark. So, 2 monkeys are in the bath. One goes and the other one says, we'll put some bloody cold in there. Now there's a statement of intent for the rest of the series. I'll see you next time. Right, welcome back. Session number 2. Well, run number 2, session number 3. So yeah, we'll be the final one of the week. Just life, and to be honest, a bit of motivation. The weather has just been miserable, and when you've been at work all day, finally do finish what you needed to be doing. Yeah, when it's been, let's be honest, it's been days like it feels like the sun's not come up, so yeah, motivation's been pretty low, as has opportunity, just work, life, being a dad, husband, everything else. So yeah, quite happy with 2 runs and a strength session. So strength session was basically just a done almost like a HIIT session, but I wasn't going hell for leather. I was looking for quality of movement rather than just flat out intensity. So very legs and core heavy. So yeah, sort of hollow rocks and planks for my core, and then usual squats, lunges, glute bridges, Romanian deadlifts, that kind of thing for my legs. 10 exercises, 2 rounds, 20 minutes, bish bash bosh. So yeah, not the biggest session in the world, but it was better than sitting on my backside, and hopefully I can build on that week on week. So 10k on the cars today. Don't plan on filming a huge amount, just because watching me bimble along is not particularly interesting. So I kind of had, I'm just going to walk for this bit, because just want to practice. It's been 3 hours since I had my roast, and it feels like it's currently about here, so can't run and walk without ralphing everywhere. So 2 things. Firstly, if you are basically doing what I did 12 months ago, you're training for a spring marathon, try and stick at it, be patient with yourself. The weather is awful, it's going to get better. The nature of the sort of time of year, it should hopefully start getting a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter for longer, and a little bit warmer, and hopefully a bit drier as well. So yeah, kind of keep at it. 2, I'm going to keep it as real as I can during this little series. I feel horrendous at the minute. I feel fat, I feel horrible, I feel unfit, I feel annoyed with myself because of how good, relatively for me, shape I was in after the marathon last year. And I've properly let that slip, which is frustrating, but I'm going to try and be patient with myself. I'm nice to just about everybody except myself, so yeah, just trying to be patient with the process and focus on consistency in the process itself rather than the results. Results you can't really control, but making sure I'm trying to sleep properly, keep myself hydrated, eat reasonably well, and keep on top of strength and mobility and a few runs a week. They're things that are in my control. Thank you. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm a late 30s married dad of 2 who works a full 8 to 5. You know, so this isn't my time to have loads and loads of free time to focus on myself or my health or fitness, that kind of thing. I've got much bigger priorities, so but I'm going to try and set a little bit of time aside so I can do just enough to be, relatively speaking, the best version of myself. So if you want to join along, I'll be really grateful, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm still feeling a bit there. Well, the dinner just doesn't seem to have settled, but on the positive, because the weather's been so naff, feels like an absolute age since I've seen a sunset, because it's just been grey. I mean, the sun's got a rise for it to set, and 90% of the time recently it feels like the sun's not come up, but well, you can tell in the sky, bit of a sunset. It's the little things in life. So I mean, me and the wife got that depressed this week with the weather. We've booked to go to Cornwall, sorry, Devon, in April, just so we've got a bit of sea air to look forward to, and hopefully the weather will be improving by then. So yeah, I've never paid much attention to the weather really, but how it impacts my mood. But yeah, it's just been, you know, the run up to Christmas, it was pretty wet, it was pretty grim. We've got Christmas to look forward to. January and February, when it's like this, all it is wet and grey and dark and cold. And short of stuff like the Six Nations and the hope of spring arriving at some point, there's not really a huge amount to look forward to. So the less said the better about the world at large at the minute. So yeah, we'll try and keep this as real as possible. All are welcome, but yeah, this is a slightly different target market to a lot of YouTube channels. Obviously, regardless of where you come from, I'm glad you've come along, anybody does watch this. But yeah, this is not the place where I'll be glamorising six packs, thigh gaps, good for age times. If you've got those and you've worked towards them, more power to you. But I'm going to try where possible. Not easy when I've never particularly liked the way I look at any point really. But yeah, I'm going to try and focus on what my body can do, not what it looks like. I'm going to focus on how it feels, not what a number says on a sad step in the bathroom. So I'm going to try. I don't tend to weigh myself. I try my very best. So you know, I'm sure body composition with a bit of more structured training, focus on a few other bits, strength, nutrition, sleep, hydration, all those sorts of bits, that might change. If it does, great. But if I can feel a little bit less wobbly, a little bit more confident in myself, then my body can behave and perform better. That's what I want. That's what I'm after. And my son has to go for a run with me the other day, so not a chance just because it's been dark and wet. But yeah, that was in terms of focusing on who's watching, who you might be inspiring along the way. that was pretty wicked. So I won't film that for obvious reasons, because I don't need my 7-year-old all over YouTube. But yeah, that probably made me feel ace. And it made me think of something the other day in terms of, you know, you've all got people you love that, you know, partners and all that kind of stuff. Particularly, you know, if you're a parent, married, or in a long-term committed relationship to somebody who has had children with you and has gone through pregnancies and all that kind of stuff, how they feel afterwards can be, for quite a long time, it can take quite a while to sort of feel themselves again and all that kind of stuff, because it's such a huge thing to put on the body. Nothing infuriates me more or upsets me more than when my wife talks down about the way she looks, because I think she's stunning. I think she's incredible. Her body might in her eyes look a little bit different to when she was younger. Different doesn't necessarily mean worse. That body is created and given birth to two incredible children, and it made me think, oh, all those times I'm talking down about myself, or you might be doing the same about you, just think about the person who loves you most in the world, what they think of you. Because, like I said, I'm nice to everybody apart from myself. So, show yourself a bit of love and respect, will you? Because if there's things you might want to change, then, you know, if you're motivated enough, try and change them. It's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to make you worth any more. So yeah, put yourself in the eyes of the person who loves you most and tell yourself what you see. For the most part, I think you'd be relatively happy. So I think we need to try and take that on a little bit. I certainly do, because yeah, I can be pretty horrible about myself at times. On what I call cloud days, which are the days where I feel like I can't snap out of it, I can't shake the negative feelings of myself, you know, based on a multitude of things, from family relationships, career, you know. I'll think back and beat myself up about somebody I didn't treat very nicely at secondary school 25 years ago. I've not seen them in 25 years. You know, it's what you can do is try and learn from it, but beating yourself up on it isn't helping anybody. So yeah, wasn't intended to be a bit of a TED talk, this one, but I thought, well, I've got a bit of light coming, and I was just in my headspace, and if this helps one person to think, yeah, you know what, I'm doing all right. I'm not perfect, but I'm me. I'm doing my best. Then more power to you. So let me know what's one thing you want to be more patient with yourself in 2026. It's easy to focus on, oh, I want to break X time at parkrun or over 10k, half marathon, marathon. Let's look at the sort of more granular. What do you want to be more patient with yourself and be less mean to yourself about? Because I think that might provide more value and have a much longer lasting impact. Because let's be honest, we've all hit PBs, and at the end, even though the fact you've never run faster before in your life over that distance, you've gone, oh, but so and so ran 20 seconds quicker, or oh, I think I could have gone a little bit quicker. Like, talking yourself down. Certainly I do. Might not be the case for everybody, but yeah. What are you gonna stop giving yourself a hard time over? For me, it's the way I look and how I feel in my clothes. I'll get there, but it's not the be all and end all, because I can't tell you any person I've ever seen on holiday. I can't remember ever seeing anybody where afterwards I thought, God, do you remember the state of that person? Never. So, wear the bikini, wear the shorts, wear the dress, the shirt, the swimming costume. Take your top off at the pool. You know, have fun, be present in the moment, and focus on what the people who matter most around you think, not what you think some strangers might be thinking. So, right, I'm going to try and chase this sunset home. I'm off for half term now, so hopefully a bit more of a structured week I'll be able to get in terms of running and a bit of stretching and some mobility. So hopefully the next episode will be a little bit more engaging and interesting, and I can start putting a bit of structure in place in terms of the next 9 or 10 weeks and what that might look like. So thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a little while. If you've stayed subscribed and you've watched to this point, thank you very much. And yeah, you're a true Rexy's mid-pack runner, which is what I'm going to affectionately refer to the people who watch my YouTube channel. Might be 50, might be 100 people each video, but the fact that people take their time to watch it means the world. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.